Hi guys, and welcome to a new video on Minimal Nerd. Today I have a very special product to review, and before we start, let me ask you, can your laptop do this? Stay tuned to find out more. This video is brought to you by buy124.com. Buy124.com is an e-commerce website where you can find anything from the stores in the US like Amazon, eBay, and they're gonna bring it to you here to Vietnam. So if you guys are interested in the best prices that you can find for buying stuff from the US to come here, so please check buy124.com. They were actually so generous and they offered me a voucher for my followers. So this is a voucher that can help you get discount for some of the products you want to buy. So if you guys are interested, please leave a comment down below, write in I want the voucher. So we're gonna pick one entry from all of you guys, and then we're gonna send it to you to find the best prices on buy124.com. Today we're talking about the Dell Inspiron 14, the 5000 series 2-in-1. Now, my first impression with this laptop is very positive, especially when it comes to the build quality. When I first opened the laptop, especially for the price, I was expecting something made from plastic, but it's actually, if you look at it here and if you touch it all around, it doesn't feel like plastic. So when I went to Dell website, I found out that it's actually made from what they call the aluminum cover. So basically all the chassis here, when it comes to the display, the keyboard, all around is made from really premium material, which is in this case what they call the aluminum cover. So I do actually find the build quality really nice, and yeah, it's really something that comes usually with premium laptops, but this time we got it on an Inspiron, which is interesting. Usually these laptops from Dell, they usually come in plastic build, but this time we got, aluminum cover. That's what they call it. So it does feel premium. When it comes to the specs, we've got a 14-inch touchscreen display with a full HD resolution. We've got a Core i7 1065G7. It's a 10th gen Intel CPU. We've got 8 GB of DDR4 RAM, 256 GB SSD, and it comes with Intel Iris Pro, that's the integrated GPU, and Windows 10 Home. So far we have really interesting specs inside. We've got an SD card reader, USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A, a headphone and microphone combo. We have a lock slot, the power jack, HDMI 1.4B. We have a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A. We have a USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type C, and it also supports power and delivery. And when it comes to the weight, it weighs around 155 kilograms. So it's around 342 pounds. I wouldn't say it's a very light laptop, but I wouldn't say it's very heavy either. So it's kind of in the middle, and you can actually hold it with one hand. Now, I'm not gonna be holding it like this for a long time, but I do believe that this laptop is considered light. So the display we have is a 14-inch with a 1080p resolution. It's actually not bad when it comes to color accuracy. I do believe it covers some 80% of the sRGB color gamut. When it comes to brightness, it's less than 300 nits, and I do wish it was a bit more bright, especially for outdoor, work or outdoor, multimedia consumption, because sometimes I do feel it's a bit less bright. When it comes to sharpness, the text is sharp, but it's not as sharp as the XPS line. I do believe it has to do with the display, type, or the RGB kind of pixels they use. So I don't know the technical details, but I do feel that the displays for similar resolution on the XPS line is a bit different, maybe less quality, but it's not a deal breaker, just because I've seen the XPS laptop and I can compare it. But for somebody who just got this laptop, they're gonna be very happy with it. So I have to lean in to the display and try to find if the text is not sharp enough. But if you're not looking for it, you're not gonna find it. So the display is good enough for daily consumption and multimedia stuff. As for the keyboard, I do actually find it to be just fine. It's not the same quality as the Dell XPS, but so far I've been typing on it for, you know, documents and stuff, and it's fine. I mean, the key travel, I wish it was a bit longer, but for just typing normal stuff, if you're not a writer, you're not gonna, you know, find a big difference from, let's say, the Dell XPS or maybe the MacBook Pro. So typing experience, I would say it's decent, but it's not great. This laptop comes with a fingerprint reader, which also works as a power button. You can just click on it and it's gonna turn on the device while unlocking it at the same time. But sometimes it doesn't work as you would, you know, find on a smartphone, for example. It's not as responsive, but it does the job. You know, if it doesn't work, Windows Hello can also help, which uses the webcam. So of course we have a touchscreen display. You can touch, you can zoom in, you can do whatever you want with your fingers. But this is not what makes this laptop so special. This is what makes it so special. The fact that you can turn it into tablet mode. So as you can see now, I can just simply work like it's a tablet. So this is a really, really cool concept. We've seen 2-in-1s from the XPS line, and we have it now with the Inspiron. And this one, it's working really well. So let me put it back into full tablet mode. So as you can see here, it's a tablet now. It's really cool. And it doesn't feel too heavy for a tablet. I mean, of course, you're not gonna go around like this all the time, but it does feel that you're holding a tablet. It's just a heavy tablet, I would say. And the Windows 10 actually knows that I'm in a tablet mode here and just tells me, do you want to switch to tablet mode? Just click yes, and that's it. You are in tablet mode. As you can see, we get the like start screen in tablet mode, and everything becomes easier to touch. So this is really cool, and this is what makes this laptop so special. The 2-in-1 is the concept of, you know, turning the laptop from regular laptop to a tablet and vice versa. So it's really responsive. I really find it interesting for people who do some kind of like graphic design. Of course, this laptop comes with a stylus. I didn't get the stylus for this version, but there is a stylus from Dell that you can use for drawing and, you know, all this kind of like productivity tools. There's a Office here. You can use it, of course, to take notes. But for touch, I would say with your fingers, maybe it's more for entertainment. So you're not gonna be doing like illustrations and drawing with your fingers, I guess, but for, you know, surfing the web and for watching movies and stuff, it's gonna be way easier to just chill back and, you know, use your fingers instead of the keyboard. Especially when you have this mode here, as you can see, you can put it like this, and then you don't see the keyboard, right? So in this mode here, I can just scroll down, scroll up, go to Netflix, for example. I don't have the account yet, but I mean, you don't see the keyboard, and that's the point of this mode. So it kind of like becomes your small TV or small screen that you can take it anywhere and watch it with your friends or whatever. So it's really interesting that we have this concept of 2-in-1. I've never been a big fan of 2-in-1s in general, but this one seems to be interesting, I would say. What's also cool about this laptop is that when you open it, you get this hinge mechanism here, so it just goes up a little bit, and that's really cool because it gives you the, you know, the ability to type comfortably because you have this inclined position. But I think it's also smart from Dell. It's something that Asus also kind of does, which is giving more airflow for the fans to, you know, suck the air in. And it's actually very smart for them to implement it in this way. It's very subtle. You don't see the hinge coming up like right at you, like boom. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of like lifting up for the laptop, as you can see on the video, but it's not that like crazy. It doesn't jump at you like, oh, there is something going on here. It's just, you don't even notice it, and unless you're looking from the sides. So I do think this is a really cool, especially for airflow, like I explained. There is something very interesting about this laptop. It comes with something called Max Waves. It's a company that specializes in audio software and enhancing, the audio experience. And this is very cool. So if you plug your headphones or your headset in with the, the 3.5 millimeter jack, you can have this option of the camera following your head. And by following your head, it's gonna give you a different sound experience. So let's say, for instance, you're gonna turn your head this way. So the sound will feel like it's coming from this side. Because like sometimes when we turn our head, the sound feels weird because you're watching maybe the movie, but your head is turning this way. So your ears feel that they're not getting the direction of the sound, if that makes sense. So this is very cool. So I'm just gonna show you on the video, because I'm gonna play it now. I'm gonna show you on the screen how it's gonna look like. It's very hard to make you, listen to it, because you have to try it yourself. So I'm gonna show you how it works. Okay, so I don't know how to explain it to you, but maybe if you have a chance to try the software, you can understand how it works. But it does feel that, the sound is following your head in a way, depending on the direction that you look at, which is kind of cool. I didn't expect the laptop to come with this feature. I mean, you can maybe download the software with like a price of $9, I guess. But the fact that it comes with this laptop, it's a good addition. So it does show that Dell kind of like, wants this laptop to be a multimedia machine. And they do actually say that on their website. They say it's a multimedia, consumption machine. So yeah, that's really cool. So we can use this laptop as a, multimedia machine to watch movies and watch videos on YouTube and all this. But what about the sound quality? So we're gonna try it here, and you let me know what you think. Okay, let's talk about the hardware. The hardware that I chose is after a lot. So the sound quality for me is like decent. My only issue is the volume. So the volume is a bit low. So we're here like 100%, but still I do feel that it's a bit less than other laptop that I tested. And it's of course not in like the MacBook Pro 16, which is really great speakers. So yeah, the speakers here are decent, but not great. So when it comes to the webcam, it's just a standard 720p webcam. The quality is decent, but it's not great, of course. I do have studio lighting here, but still the camera is just blurry and like the regular potato cameras you find on all laptops. So yeah, I do wish more manufacturers start to put quality webcams, especially now with the COVID-19 situation and everybody working from home. I think we deserve better webcams in laptops. So it's time, people, make it happen. So this is a test of the webcam and the microphone. The microphone quality is actually decent. You guys let me know what you think. But the camera is a bit soft, and I do feel that I have a lot of lights here, so it's a studio light. So it's not gonna be the same if you're just using one light source. And I do feel for Skyping and for regular conferencing, maybe it's enough, but it's not like a great quality camera, just a regular 720p camera. And I didn't expect anything more from this budget. When it comes to gaming, I do believe that you can play CSGO on this laptop with decent frames per second. I didn't have enough time to test the game because I just have one day to review, but I saw some other people posting on Reddit and other platforms about the Intel Iris Pro, which seems to be decent enough. It's better than some of the AMD Vega 10 GPUs than you find in the AMD APUs. So I think it's fine for some casual gaming, CSGO, Overwatch, but of course you're not gonna play Battlefield 5 or let's say Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So what do I think about this laptop? I think this laptop is really great for people who want to be, on the go. They want to have a multimedia machine, maybe watch movies, maybe watch a lot of YouTube. It's also good for students just because of the integration with the Office suite, and you get some free perks here and there with from Dell and Microsoft. And it's also got Office 360, I think 3 months free. So for students, I say this is a really great budget laptop. The build quality is really what impressed me about this. It's not the usual, plastic. So it feels really tough and sturdy, and I really like the build quality. So I think this laptop is great for people who don't want to do a lot of multitasking, a lot of, crazy heavy load stuff. They just want to have a, machine that can last them for maybe 4 or 5 hours of work, and they want to write, they want to work on Excel, they want to work on Office, maybe do some drawing here and there with the Stylus. This machine is really good, and of course with the hinge that we have here and the flexibility of having a tablet, I think this laptop is a great value, and for the price I don't think you can find anything like it. So I do actually recommend it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.